After working in the Nigeria Custom Service for 5 years, I was dismissed unceremoniously for an offense I knew nothing about. Then I did everything possible to get myself back. It was impossible. It was no help came from anywhere. So in 2005, I went to my father in the Lord as a last resort. I got there about 5:30 in the morning when he was still living in Gowan Estate. I went to a security man who told me he was around. I said, okay, I don't have any appointment, so I'm not coming in. So I went directly opposite the house. There's a tree that is there. I sat under the tree until about 7:47 a.m. when he came out on his way to Rajoba in his old Prado Jeep. So I ran across the road to meet him. On sighting me, he asked the driver to stop and said, in 1 minute, tell me what you want to say. So I told him what happened to me, what I was going through. He looked straight into my eyes, laid his hands on my head and said, you are restored. Immediately I felt cold. I knew that something happened. As I made my way to go, he called me back. He said, where are you going to? I said, I'm going back to Ibadan. He said, enter the vehicle. So I made my way into the vehicle. I was sitting in front with the driver. Then he asked me, what is my name? I told him. He began to sing, began to pray, and speak in tongues with my name. This he did from his house there to Rajoba, our old church. When we got to that place, he asked me to do that again. He laid hands on my head and declared that I am restored. So I decided to continue with my kingdom service. Under this period, God visited me. I was moving from one level to the other. I started as a serve minister. Before you know it, I became a coordinator. From coordinator, I rose to assistant area supervisor. Then in 2004, I was made an area supervisor. It was then I rushed to Bible school, Wobi. In 2006, I was ordained as a deacon. And then in 2009, I was also ordained as a pastor. I moved on like that from pastor, zonal pastor to a district pastor. While I was with Nigerian Customs, I was not married. It was in the midst of this crisis that God visited me and gave me my God-ordained beautiful wife with understanding that stood with the test of time during this period. The marriage was blessed with 5 children, 5 boys, of which one of them was a student here in CU. The third of them was a pioneer student of Landmark. To the glory of God, the 5 boys are graduates today. During the course of my service in the kingdom, I was called in October 2021. We were asked to come to Nigeria Customs headquarters in Abuja, among other officers. So when we got there, I was made to speak on behalf of the rest because I was the most senior officer there. Then they made us to understand that our case had been revisited, and I've been instructed to find out how many of us were alive. And then that we were also instructed to reinstate us and retire us if we are due. So on the first day of Shiloh 2021, which was precisely 7th of December, on that opening day, I was called again. And I made an inquiry after the service. We were asked to report back to Abuja immediately. And I told them that I was already in Shiloh. I was not going to come until after the Shiloh. That by Monday, I was in Abuja. By Tuesday, 10:13 a.m., while we were in the meeting, I was given 2 certificates. The first certificate was certificate of restoration of my job with full benefits. The other one was certificate of retirement because I was due then. So in October 2022, On a Wednesday, as I was going for service, I received an alert of my salary arrears for 29 years. I want to appreciate God for confirming the word of his servant, and he has proved himself in my life, and I have come to return all the glory, all the honor, all the thanks and adoration to him.